So yesterday I made a video talking about how Wizards' current roadmap is a little weird to me, with a lot of boring safe bets and then one random choice with Lorwyn Shadowmoor coming out early next year. But after making that video, I started thinking about something. Why hasn't Wizards done to D&D what they've been doing to Magic? For those who don't know, Magic the Gathering has been having a lot of crossover sets in recent time, so much so that now half of all new Magic the Gathering sets are not going to be in-universe sets, they're going to be Universes Beyond, which basically means crossover sets. And now hold your horses, Dungeons & Dragons has done the same thing before. We got a Rick and Morty crossover, we've had couple of Stranger Things crossovers now and another one coming, but we've never had a full-blown crossover in Dungeons & Dragons like we've been getting in Magic. Which seems weird, right? Because they tested Universes Beyond in Magic and it sold like wildfire, and it keeps selling like wildfire, so much so that the most recent Final Fantasy set was the most selling set of Magic the Gathering of all time, and it became that way before it was even on store shelves. Pre-orders for Final Fantasy outsold all other Magic the Gathering sets ever in history. And that's why half of all Magic the Gathering sets are now going to be Universes Beyond sets. I don't think it's going to last. I think it's going to hit a wall very, very quickly, and it's not going to be sustainable, but that's a video for another day. No, because what I'm talking about is that if this has been working so well for Wizards on the Magic side, why haven't they at least tried that with the D&D side? And yes, I know I mentioned that 80% of all product that is made for Dungeons & Dragons is purchased by Dungeon Masters, and only 20% of product is purchased by players. But you could mitigate that by making a crossover book with a really well-known IP that also offers a campaign setting, a couple of mini adventures, and a whole bunch of new subclasses and races to compel the masses. And again, they've done this before with smaller IPs like Rick and Mortar and Stranger Things. Okay, maybe they're not smaller IPs, but they were, you know, little one-off things like box sets and whatever. They weren't a big, massive, like, book reveal. But recently, the only crossovers we've been getting are crossovers with Magic the Gathering, which understandably makes sense. They're both owned by Wizards, so it's very easy to just take the artwork you put for the Magic cards and then put them in the book and add some extra flavor text and then put some lore in there and send it off to the printers. I get it. And some of them are cool. Some of them are like Strixhaven, which bring in fucking silvery barbs and breaks everything, but some of them are neat. But put on your thinking caps and just picture this. The Witcher as a campaign setting. Now, doesn't that sound awesome? Or even Lord of the Rings as a campaign setting. That technically exists. There's the One Ring companion, which I think was a 5th edition supplement before it became its own thing. So that's technically a thing already, but like an official one. Wouldn't that be amazing? Or like the Wheel of Time campaign setting. Stormlight Archive campaign setting. Can't really do that one now that they've launched their own Kickstarter, but oh well. But would that not also bring in customers to Dungeons & Dragons who maybe haven't played Dungeons & Dragons before, but if you introduce them to a campaign setting that they know about from other media, and they say, hey, you can come play Dungeons & Dragons and play in the world of The Witcher, and you could play as a Witcher and hunt creatures that you've seen from the TV shows or even read in the books. Like, would that not do well? And that seems like a way easier IP to sell to customers than putting Marvel fucking Spider-Man in Magic cards and selling that to customers. I don't know, food for thought. Let me know what your opinions are down below.